firstly, Liam Holland from Broadmeadows in Melbourne. Liam.
Sir, yeah. Yeah, you guys have it? It's good? Audio's good? Yeah. Fabulous. Thank you very much. Go when ready, sir. Go ahead.
Right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're just, particularly for our live stream audience, we'd just like to speak to two of our visiting drivers, all the way from Melbourne. The first of them is Liam Holland. Liam from Broadmeadows there in Melbourne. Mate, thanks for travelling all the way up. You're the current 2016 champion driver. You want to put your name on that trophy once again this year.
Yeah, I'd love to take it back to Broadmeadows, let me tell you.
The boat looked very strong early on.
Yeah, it's definitely running well. It's ran well all season. Needs a bit of a rest. Sorry we couldn't make it the last meeting. My nan passed away, and we're here. We're racing for her, so it'll be good to be back in good weather. She's given us grouse weather. And
of course, turned 21 in February this year.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, I had to celebrate that with my family as well.
Okay, the Holland family been involved in the sport a long, long time. I can remember your dad and the beer and boats and the like.
Yeah, that's why we're here. The history, it's got to carry on. Maybe next year, 5 litre for the Wagget. That's our aim.
All right, I know your heroes, Grant Harrison. You've been competing a hell of a lot with Grant in, of course, the big Grand Prix hydroplane. It's been a learning curve for you. Have you learned a lot?
Grant Harrison's no Liam Holland, mate.
That's what we kind of expected from Lee. And his counterpart from Victoria, of course, Steve Scott. Steve from Point Cook there in Melbourne. Boat looks impressive.
Thank you. Yes, it's a older style boat that we've spent the last 2 years completely rebuilding. Fitted the cockpits out of the GP hydroplane Cheetah. We imported that from New Zealand, fitted into the boat. 2 long years in the shed, and this is our first season on the water.
How long have you been involved in the sport, Steve?
I started racing when I was 16, so probably 25 years now. So raced the 1.6 litre for a long time. Raced the Thunderboat Aussie Connection for a few years. Driven my partner's 4.2 hydroplane, it's magic. And yeah, as I said, 3 years ago now, Ronnie gave me a call, said this hydroplane's for sale. Do you want to go in partnerships and get it going? And that's what we've done.
The hydroplanes are a bit of a resurgence for them.
That's fantastic. Yeah, they've been through a lull. Hydroplane racing's bigger in Victoria than other states. We tend to race on lakes, where you guys up here on rivers. We had a pretty major 10-year drought, and so many people lost interest. The water's back, and now the interest is back.
That's good. I tell you what, that first on the Sydney Jetties front straight, that race between you and Liam, you guys got very, very close.
Yeah, that's right. I got a good start, come down the front straight, tipped it into the first corner, and had a look to the left there and not seen this yellow sponson, so just had to follow Liam around the corner. He straightened it up, and I watched him disappear, but certainly a good straight and a good first corner. What
kind of speeds are you attaining here at St George?
We were probably doing about the 120 mile an hour mark, so it's gone.
Test 1, 2. We're back again.
Sorry. Yeah, I think we're doing about 120. I didn't have the GPS in the boat that time. A month ago we were at Lake Epilock and we were doing 125 on the GPS, but I don't know whether it's the salt water or we've got some new valves, a little bit of work on the engine, and we've lost about 500 revs, so we'll look for that and go a bit better next race, hopefully.
All right, I'm sure there's a few people you'd like to thank.
Just my partners. As I said, it was a team effort. We put the boat together, myself, Ron and Clint Snedden, and then we had some engine partners come on board, Benny Fox and Peter Stevens, who supply our engine. I couldn't do it without those guys, and of course my family, they're down in Melbourne, wife and 2 kids. They couldn't make it this weekend. It was a rush trip up, rush trip back, but yeah, having a ball.
All right, on behalf of everyone, thanks very much for making that trip, Stephen. We'll come back to you, Liam, and we can see just over your right shoulder there, the King of St George, Craig Bailey. This is the guy you're probably going to have to knock off to get that 2017 Champion of Champions on the side of the boat again.
Yeah, Craig Bailey's a legend. The only reason we won it last year was he didn't make it to the final. I hate to say it, but I hope it happens again, but I'm looking forward to racing Craig Bailey, actually.
Yeah, if Craig hasn't won the trophy, it's not worth winning, is it?
Yeah, there's not many trophies that Craig hasn't won, so I'm just joining him on these trophies, you know.
Team Yellow just in front of us. I'm sure you'd like to thank a few people.
Yeah, whole crew, all from Victoria. Kane, who drove the boat here. The rest of the crew flew. Lee from all the way from Barranwood. Dad up at the bar. He's a bit grumpy. We had a bit of a blue this morning, and I won't talk to him for the rest of the weekend, but it'll be good by the end of it.
All right, mate. All the best, and very big thank you to you as well, Steve, for making that long journey. Best of luck this afternoon, fellas.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Another one, is that okay? KB, Hayden around. Just watch that cord there, mate. You've got to trip over. Just let us know when you're ready. Test one.
Alrighty.
Test 1, 2.
3, 2, 1, go.
Another guy I'm dying to speak to, because I remember this young fella when he was coming through Formula Future. He moved from Formula Future to Formula 4. Now he's in the big the 5-litre hydroplane. Hayden Sherry, I tell you what, it's been a big change for you in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's gone pretty quick, surprisingly, but now that I look back at it, I don't realise that I've gone through 3 boats in 3 years. Yeah.
The hydroplane, you look really comfortable behind the wheel. You know, has it been an easy transition? Look, a lot of people forget you're only 16 years of age. You've attained so much in such a short time.
Yeah, it's probably, it's not harder than it looks, but it's not. They're not just, you don't sit there and just cruise along down the straight because they're sitting above the water, but it's fun and it's pretty, it's a good time.
So all that education early on with the Formula Future helped you with the Formula 4, and that's ultimately helped you with the hydroplane.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, it's all been a progression, and as I've gone through, I've learned to feel the boat, learned to and just learned everything on the race course pretty much, and now I can get into a 5-litre hydroplane and be comfortable knowing that I've had some experience.
So you're going to be happy just to remain in this for a couple of years?
Yeah, definitely. I'll see what happens. Depends how quick Blake grows and how soon he wants to get in it, but yeah, I'll see what happens.
Of course, in your corner, your great dad. He's been driving the KT recently, and your great family friend Paul Vella.
Yeah, they love going out there and having a bit of battle. PV's got him covered at the moment, which is pretty funny, but I think Dad might be able to pick up his game in the next few months and see what happens.
I just said to the Victorian boys, there's been a resurgence with hydroplanes recently.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's awesome. You're seeing all these blokes. They've always been sitting in sheds and people saying, we're gonna go hydroplane racing, and it took probably 2 or 3 boats to really get out there and show how fun it is. And now all of a sudden everyone's kind of putting their minds into action and getting a few boats out there.
Of course, it's not only Hayden Sherry. There's Blake Sherry. His first season in the F4. Has he jumped out of the gun?
Yeah, he's definitely quicker than I was after 3 race meets, and he surprised us all. We always knew he was a pretty good driver. When I got in his junior boat, I struggled. I didn't understand how he did it, but he got into the F4 and surprised us all, which was pretty good.
He's still eligible for the junior boat, but he's just too big to fit in it.
He's almost too big for the F4, to be honest.
All right, mate. It's a wonderful sport, our sport, and there's a lot of friendships that formed and a lot of friendships that remain.
Oh, definitely. It's such a good time, and everyone loves going boat racing with their mates.
All right, I'm sure sure there's a few people that you'd really like to thank.
Oh, definitely. Dad and Mum, obviously, the main sponsors. Blake, he's always helping me out, even though sometimes he doesn't really want to. The Vellas, Graham and Ricky Howard for all their help with the boat and getting used to it, and Paul, they've all been such great helps getting used to driving and getting it ready to race and all that sort of stuff. So it's awesome.
All right, mate. Look, best of luck. You were out there. You were flying the Waratah flag. You had the two big mean Victorians in front of you, but you held your own there for a while, and it's just seat time for you now.
Yeah, they've got a whole milk bottle on me, so it's kind of hard keeping up with them. But yeah, it's awesome.
Best of luck for the afternoon, mate.
Thank you.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hayden Sherry. We'll try and get Craig Bailey if we can. On the last race of the day?
I think you've got to finish in a place to get in the champions. We haven't got that yet, so we're lucky enough to win it one year. If we get an invite, all good. If not, good luck to the competitors in that.
Quick Shade have been a great supporter for quite some time now. I'm sure you've got a few others.
Yep, Quick Shade have been great with their tents for our crew and also for the boats. And also for this weekend, we've had Plus Fitness, Kogarah jump on board, which is great to help out. Without them, we wouldn't be here, I'll put it that way.
And you've got a really good crew behind you.
Yep, Stewie's there always when I call him. Yep, I'm there. So he's rock solid. My wife Katrina and all my kids, they're always there in one way or another. Zach, Michaela, Montana and Zara. And I can't thank my wife enough for, as you say, let me do it.
All right, mate. Best of luck this afternoon. Of course, you represent that great little club, the Deepwater Motorboat Club, so best of luck this afternoon.
Thanks, Craig. Yep, started my racing there in a little tinny with a 6 horsepower, so a lot of heritage back to Deepwater Motorboat Club, and yeah, it's good heritage.
Thanks very much for your time.
No worries, mate.
we talk about powerboat royalty, we talk about Craig Bailey, and I've got him here with me. Craig. I've just got it. Our apologies. When we talk about powerboat royalty, we talk about Craig Bailey. I've got him here at the moment. Craig, it's been a good and bad start of the day. You went out early and you won the final 2 races.
Yeah, we led the first race and unfortunately broke a blade in the first race, so pulled out because of the large vibration that we got in the boat. So best it was a prop and not a crankshaft or something more serious. So.
This isn't your regular boat?
No, it's not. Jamie Maloney bought this boat for us to campaign for a little while. Brian Clark's busy fixing our old boat for us, so we've made some modifications and upgraded that boat as well. So we'll campaign this boat for a while and see how we go.
What's the big difference between the Barbara and your regular boat?
This one's pretty lively. It was lively last weekend in the freshwater and even more lively today in the salt water. So it's a bit of a challenge to drive and it's good fun. So
have you had to change your driving style much to adapt?
Not really, I don't think. It's sort of after I'd done a few laps in it, I sort of understood there was a few problems with it. So then we lowered the engine on the actual transom and the boat's come alive now and it's more drivable.
You've had a few Johnny Farnhams. I remember doing a speech for your farewell a couple of years ago at Port Macquarie. You're still racing?
Yeah, it's hard to give it away when it's in your blood, and also, it's my work as well. So I leave to go to France on Monday and go over and work in the World Series for the next week. So it's a big challenge and it's hard to give it away when you've got it in your blood.
Tell us about that.
I work for Marit Stromøy from Norway. She's a part of the Emirates team. I'm actually the team manager for the Emirates team now, and I do all the engine building and all the engineering for them. So it's a busy week coming up for me. The engines have only just come back from the machine shop, so I've got to build 2 Formula 1 engines and 1 Mark IV gearbox before the event.
Okay, and there'll be some Aussie representation not only in the pits but on the water.
Absolutely. Grant Trask today, they're having a bit of a crack. He did well at the last race, got some points for the World Championship, and I look forward to seeing him do better over the season. They've got a number of mechanics in the pits as well. Australians are a bit of a flavour. There are the 12 teams in the World Championship, and there's 4 teams that have Australians in them, so it's pretty good.
Speaking of teams, Corey and Brock, they're going to be teaming up with the Trask, and those 2 boys, they did very, very well in the Nations Cup last year.
Yeah, they had a fantastic result. Brock went really well in the match racing, which is 1 boat against 1 and changed tracks, so he did really well. I think he got 2nd overall in that. And Corey had a great result in the Grand Prix. Unfortunately, Brock had a bit of a dipsy doodle, I think you call it, but no, he represented Australia, both of them, very well.
Our youngsters, how are we going with them?
I think we've got a good development, especially in the juniors. There's a lot of young juniors coming through and racing in hydros and Formula 4 and other classes. So our representation, I think, as far as a country worldwide, we're doing well with the representation of our kids.
What about your boy Carlin, or is he more interested in becoming the Sharks' new skipper?
Oh, he's pretty wrapped up in his football. He's just had a big win this morning, he was telling me, and his mate he's got man of the match, so it was all good. No, he's interested in it, but I told him he's got to come down and help put the engine together and do things and bits and pieces on the boat to develop his skills along that way as well.
King Trailers have been a great supporter. Anyone else you'd like to thank?
I've got to thank Matt from Moby Marine. He stepped in. Last meeting we got blown out. He was on board, and I rang him during the week. I said, mate, we got blown out last time. You're going to be back on? He goes, oh, I don't know. I said, come on, mate. And he went, yep, I'm in. So I've got to thank him and Ivan from Premier Fasteners, and also Greg from King Trailers, and all my crew guys. They've been putting plenty of work in trying to get this new boat ready and organised. So they're busy over there. We're just changing an engine. The engine we ran the last race didn't come back a little bit when we checked a couple of things and we weren't happy with it, so we'll change it over and put another one on for the rest of the day.
The last race of the day, Champion of Champions, that's the one I'm really looking forward to. So we'll get some of you tunnel boats against the hydros and the displacements. I think you mentioned in one of your videos years ago you love running up against the big bangers. Yeah,
I don't like the hydros so much because they wreck our corners, because that's our advantage, to be honest. But no, it should be a good challenge, and hopefully the weather stays well enough and we'll have a good race.
Bales, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the royalty of powerboat racing, Craig Bailey.
This is someone coming through very quietly. Start on it. You just come back again. Good to hear. It's how can you hear me, over? We sure can. Just wondering how long until the first race, over? Yeah, we thought we'd have the first race, but the first race has been canned, so we're just waiting on 4 for the second race after lunch. One's on the ramp already. I'm not sure if there's any more, so we've been stirring
I
them
think
up.
we might not swing around so much this time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you have permission to warm lap? Do you have permission to do a warm-up lap? The start boat asking that. That's somebody's.
Now we're in line between those two. We're dead in line, so move over, we know.
Nice.
No, between the centre one there and the end one. Beautiful.
Got somebody in the water. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Yeah, no worries. It's like I said, it's not unwatchable. It's just a bit annoying because the weight doesn't come out properly.
Fishing boat coming in. Can I send him in? Where is he, guys? Please. Going to have a short delay, ladies and gents. Our coal gate has got a problem at the moment, so we're going to head through it. Just bear with us. Our start date has a problem at the moment. We're going to get that fixed and up and away. Wales 1-2. While we're getting our problems fixed with the start, though, we've got Simon Troy out here. Simon, what a good day so far. Yeah, mate, been a good start to the day. Most are running well, so we'll see how we go for the rest of the afternoon. Notoriously quick off the dock starts we've seen with the Grand Prix series. You prefer those than the mobile start? Yeah, mate, I like dock starts. Slow works really well on this, but